Big moment of truth. Have the breaker bar connected to the crankshaft. Gonna try to turn this over and make sure it's not seized. Here we go. Oh, you got ignition, so to speak. Engine turns nice and easy and very freely. Oh, that's a very good sign when you buy a non-running car and hope to use the engine. Gone ahead, taken off the air box plug here. I've taken off the hose that goes from the mass airflow sensor here to the airbox. I've taken that off. My next step here is I'm going to take a turkey baster and empty out the power steering reservoir so I can unbolt that and get to the AC compressor that I have to remove. And I'm going to be taking off this positive battery lead here too. Oh, no. Little thing I pick up from the box. This line here that comes out, it goes nowhere. Just like overflow little hose that goes top of the engine. But so don't worry if you don't know where it goes. If you're looking for a place to go, it's going to go nowhere. So right now the engine is only being held up by that plate and by one engine mount and by just some wiring and some cables here and there. To remove the power steering reservoir, there's a reservoir. It's a little thumb wheel that I actually took a liberty and I took a screwdriver to loosen that, and from if you're looking down, it goes counterclockwise, and what you do then is you just wiggle it loose until it comes out like this. Hopefully I was able to empty all or most of the fluid because now it's just leaking out. Oh well. Here we go. Oh, it comes right out. Look at that. Small victories, right? I'm going to take my turkey baster and just see if we can take some more out of that place. Probably already is all over the floor. There we go. 13mm battery terminal. Make sure your battery is disconnected before you touch this. This one is disconnected. Putting that back on so I don't lose it. Not that I ever need it again. Okay. Next step, gonna take off the power brake booster valve, I guess. Two 8mm screws here. Before I know it, I'll be tripping over nuts and bolts here and I'm not gonna know what goes where. So I'm just putting these things back in. Next step is to remove the AC compressor. And to get to that, I'm going to remove the serpentine or accessory bolt, whatever you call it. 24mm socket. I'm going to use a wrench on the tensioner right here. So you can, it's a black pulley on the top. You can't miss it. It's the only one that has a 24mm bolt, other than the crankshaft. And turn it clockwise, and that's going to loosen the bolt and slip it off. Pull it off the tensioner, and then there's a freewheeling pulley here. Should I take a picture of that before I take it off? Nah. Can't be that difficult to put that back on. Right. If you're reusing it, you want to just figure out, remember what direction it came off. Everything's just so easy here. This is power steering pump, alternator, pulley, crank, shaft, AC compressor. Okie dokie. Next step. Remove, loosen AC compressor bolts. There's one here. Wow. Super duper easy that was. Another one over here. Just one more bolt, accessible right between cylinder 4 and 5 intake runner. So just go down here, extension, 13mm, ratchet, lefty loosey, and Bob's your uncle. Oh, look at that. She's a loosey-goosey now. Yes, I get to use my new tool. Impulse purchase a Canadian Tire. Look at that. Whoa! Boom! See that? Love it. And the compressor's going to stay in the car. Obviously, I lower the engine. These lines here are going to go over here. Okay, look at that. One step closer. Now victory. Removing the electrical connector for the AC compressor. It's very simple. Just kind of put your finger in there. There's a little metal spring. Push that in, and just wiggle it out. And here it goes. It's very simple. And yeah, that's it. Easy peasy. One of the easiest things you'll ever do on this car. Yeah. Removing the secondary air pump. It's located on the right side of the engine right here. Just gonna pull this hose off. Very simple. Just tuck it away here. It's a plug down here. I'm not sure how that comes off yet. It'd be really good if all the plugs kind of were the same. Or you can do is take the bolts off, 10mm. How many are there? 2 or 3, I'm not sure how many there are. Guess I'll use a wrench for that. Gonna go real blind. There we go. Now I can twist that pump. Much better access to that plug now. So squeeze both sides. You know, Porsche, use the same plugs for everything. Maybe I'm just too weak. Use a pair of pliers. There we go. Take out the ground strap. Boom! Air injector box out. And a win. One step closer. Woo! Gonna remove the oil filler neck here. And for some reason I just feel like putting these shifter cables out of the way. While we loosen the clamp, I took a pair of pliers and moved the clamp back, and it's just a matter of pulling back the filler neck here. That's easy. Side. I'm feeling that these cables are going to be a pain in the neck, so I think just up here out of the way. Gonna remove the plug into this side intake cooling fan. See this? Maybe I put my hand through this hole here. Move this clip back a little bit, and then just wiggle it off like this. right here.